win.
Don, welcome to the Rick and Bubba.
Good morning, everyone, from News Talk and Sports Radio, the home of the Braves. Braves on this Tuesday, May the 17th, and they kicked off 3-game set with Milwaukee last night, dropping 1-0 in the final, or the first game of the 3-game set. They'll be back on the air tonight. About 6:35 for the pregame here on the radio. First pitch is around 7:40 with the Braves. And at Milwaukee tonight. We've got an afternoon game tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Milwaukee and the Braves, they're on the road. Didn't get off to a good start as the Braves are defending their World Championship all summer long here on the radio. 9:37, and we are welcoming, of course, on Tuesdays, we always have Dade County School Superintendent Josh Ingle in the studio with us. Good morning, sir. How are you?
All right. Good morning, Evan. How are you?
Oh, great. Beautiful weather today. We had Patrick's weather discussion earlier, and going to get a little warm, but he said this pre-summer heat is giving us an opportunity to get used to it. So
that's right. Cool, the month of May. Cool mornings and hot afternoons.
That's exactly right. As we were talking right before we went on the air, it's about time to put a bow on this one.
Yes, 1 week from today, we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely, and I know there's always a lot of year-end activities. It's a fun time. Usually by this time, I think that it's safe to say that it's hard to keep the attention of the students.
Yes,
because they've already moved on to summertime, and you can do what you can, but it's hard to keep them focused.
That really starts whenever the weather starts to change.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
But you're exactly right. We've got all of the excitement really starts later on this week. On the 19th, that's Thursday, I believe, we'll have awards day starting at the high school. So that kind of kicks things off to wrap up our school year. And then on that next day, Friday, May 20th, the seniors will do their annual march through all 4 of our schools. They'll start out at the high school, then go over to Dade Middle, run up to Davis, and then come back down, stop back by Dade Elementary. And then the Trenton Ministry Center has been gracious enough again to open up their facility and allow the the seniors to enjoy a lunch their facility after that march. So it's a great day for the seniors, allowing them to be nostalgic as they're walking through the hallways that they maybe went to elementary school or in middle school. So but it also gives our underclassmen, our elementary students and middle school students, something, to look forward to, it, persevere. And, one day they'll have that opportunity to put that cap and gown on and march through the schools as well. So that takes place on this Friday, May the 20th. And then at lunch on that same day will be the 8th grade promotion ceremony. And that event used to take place at the middle school, and we would bus parents over from Food City. But there were some good things that that did come out of COVID that we learned. So last year was our first year where we moved the 8th grade ceremony over to the high school. The high school gym's already set up for awards day. So the 8th grade ceremony will take place this coming Friday at 12 p.m. at Dade County High School. Even though it's 8th grade students being promoted, it's actually taking place at the high school. We have plenty of parking, plenty of seating for parents. So that'll be taking place on Friday. And then, of course, Monday we'll have our 5th grade promotion ceremonies for Dade and Davis Elementary. Last day of school is on Tuesday, and then class night and graduation all next week as well. So yeah, lots more still to come within a short amount of time. One other thing I want to mention, our drama department kicked off their spring production of The Addams Family over the weekend. And so there's 2 more viewings of that will take place this coming Saturday. One show is at 2:30, a little matinee, and then the other show will be at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $7 for adults, $5 for students, and children under the age of 4 are free. So I know Friday and Saturday they had a big turnout. So if you haven't had a chance to see The Addams Family, there's one more day at 2 separate times at the high school this coming Saturday, 2:30 or 7.
Well, a lot of activity, and of course, it's time for the little ones to move out of kindergarten up to first grade. That's always a big time, moving from the elementary school to the middle school to the high school. There's a lot of award ceremonies going on, and it really, if you step back and look at the big picture, I mean, you may only be associated, you may have one child in middle school fixing to go to high school, or one child in the elementary fixing to go to middle school, but it affects the whole community.
Oh, exactly. And I'm just speaking for, 5th grade, 8th grade, and graduation. All other grade levels have some sort of awards program or some sort of promotion ceremony where kids are being promoted to the next grade. They typically do that by grade levels, and they handle it, in some sort of, some area of the building. Unfortunately, I'm not able to attend all of them because, there's lots of those events happening, and there's only one of me, and the times overlap. So that's still going to be taking place too. I just don't have those times. It would be best for parents to check with their child's homeroom teacher to find out there's those specific times for those particular grade levels. But yes, it does impact the whole community. And what's challenging sometimes is, you have, if a parent has a 5th grader, 8th grader, and a senior, those are major transition years, and so they've got to make arrangements to plan to attend all of them. So, but it does affect the whole community. I can't control the traffic in the community. I just ask.
Oh, why not?
ask for patience. We're trying to spread them out as best as we can. And I realize that we have limited parking at each one of our facilities, but just be patient and bear with us.
Well, it is always a big to-do. I mean, graduation is probably from the high school level, and I'm glad you're, weather permitting, going to have it on the high school football field. I don't know why that seems more traditional to me, because I think we all, growing up, that's pretty much the way it always happened. And we never had a facility like the gym that was really big enough. But I don't think the gym has ever really been big enough, because that's the evening that's probably the biggest crowd, and you're 3 or 4 deep all the way around the top. Every seat's filled on both sides. The floor is filled. So that's probably our biggest crowd of the year that comes to the school.
There are parking spaces. People make parking spaces that I didn't know.
You didn't know you could park there.
Nope.
Yeah.
But they're able to make it happen to see their relatives, their child, or extended family members graduate, which is a big ordeal. But yeah, it is like last year. That was I think that was one of the largest graduation events I've ever witnessed it in my time here in Dade County. But yes, weather permitting, it'll take place a week from this coming Friday, May 27th, at Magic Morgan Stadium at 7 o'clock. So hopefully we'll have nice weather, relatively low to no humidity, and hopefully it'll be a nice, peaceful setting.
And we'll get to it. We were talking, too, about what type of things we're going to talk over the summer. I mean, obviously, the school doesn't, just because you don't have students in the school a lot of things happen. Sports never really stops. We've already got practice going on, or things that from the band and the cheerleading and the spring. I mean, it never stops.
No, it never stops. They take the week of the 4th off during dead week.
Right, and that's basically the only time that the activity stops. School board never stops meeting.
That's right.
There's things going on. Preparation will begin, I guess, after a week or so. You wind down, you look back, and say, okay, we got to move forward. You got a lot of things that are going to be happening as far as renovations, or all of that janitorial stuff that usually happens over the summer, and so we'll be visiting with a lot of I guess technically what you call the 11 month or 12 month folks.
Yes. The board, we still have to, go through some budget hearings and millage rate hearings, getting ready for next year. The principals, they'll be working on their handbooks, any procedural changes, and setting, getting kids scheduled for next year. So that'll be taking place. Of course, we have the maintenance, routine maintenance that our facilities folks will be taking care of. Athletic camps, which don't let me forget to talk about the basketball camp that's coming up in June 6th through 8th. But yes, we have all sorts of activities that will be taking place in the schools. We have several different, planning several different camps. A STEM camp at the elementary school, of course, basketball camp for young kids at Dade at the high school. But just, all those students will not be in classroom Monday through Friday. There will be people in and out of the buildings, mostly throughout the summer, doing different things. So once we get through June and after the 4th of July, we'll already be in that mindset of getting ready to get started. So it doesn't really end for the 11 and 12 month folks. So we're just we're planning and getting ready for, as we're ending this year, we're getting ready to plan and get things together for next year.
Absolutely. Well, good deal. And it's always an exciting time at the end of the year to a lot of your seniors have plans to move on to secondary education. Mm-hmm. Some of them I know are, and it's probably more prevalent today than it's ever been, where they've already achieved some of their college courses at the high school
That's
level.
Right, through their dual enrollment options. We'll have seniors getting ready to head off to greener pastures. Some of them, going to school locally. Some of them going off. Have some going, getting ready to go to the workforce. A handful going to, joining the armed services. So we certainly, wish them well as they get ready to wrap things up. Coming back to that basketball camp I was just talking about, Coach Logan and Coach Witt, the boys and girls basketball coaches, are hosting a K through 8 basketball camp June 6th, 7th, and 8th for children between the ages of kindergarten and 8th grade. It'll be from 9 to 12 on June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Camp's $50. They'll have concession stands available. And they'll get they'll get a T-shirt, but they'll work on skill development. Gives kids an opportunity to get in the gym, shoot basketball, play, interact with one another. But that will be happening June 6th, 7th, and 8th. If you have any further questions about that, the best contact person would be Regina Logan at Dade County High School.
And that's something that's already. That's something that's kind of a yearly thing.
Yeah, it's an annual event. The dates have not always been consistent with each other. I think last year maybe it may have been in mid-June, but this year it's June 6, 7, and 8.
And it's hard to believe that in June we're getting ready for basketball.
That's right.
And that is a camp that starts basketball is at the middle school level and at the high school level, but it gives an opportunity for folks to start looking at the skills. The coaches start looking at the kids, and it's kind of like a spring training type thing, if you will. So. Even though basketball is far off, and it's don't really get underway until late September and November, really, or excuse me, October and November. But they start talking about that in the middle of June.
Right. Yeah.
Puts it in perspective, doesn't it?
That's right. It does. It does.
Anything else that you can can think of as far as what we need to talk about the last week? And I think you hit on the traffic. The traffic part of it.
The main thing is, I don't have all of the dates and the times of all the different programs memorized, but the principals are very good about putting everything on the community calendar, or what we call the big calendar that's on our website. If you go to dadecountyschools.org, in that maroon bar about the second or third icon, you'll notice a little image of a calendar. Click on that calendar. It should take you directly to the month of May, and you can see all the different events that will be happening over the next several days. That's where our principals have been trained to put any big events that will be happening in their schools, put them on that big calendar so that we can let the community know. But the main ones that are those big transition grade levels, 5th grade, 8th grade, and then, of course, graduation. That'll all start at the end of this week, with 8th grade promotion ceremony being this Friday. And then the 5th grade promotion ceremonies for Dade and Davis Elementary will take place next Monday. Dade Elementary, I think, is 9:30 and 10:30, and then Davis Elementary will be at 11:30.
All right. Dade County School Superintendent Josh Ingle in with us every Tuesday to talk about what's going on in the Dade County school system. A lot of activity last week or so. Next Tuesday, a week from today, the last day of school in Dade County. Josh, we thank you very much and appreciate you keeping the community up to date with what's happening and being a part of everything. And we certainly appreciate it.
We certainly allow you for having me on.
All right, and we'll be talking about all this activity coming up in the next few days as we get ready to wrap things up.